Hey there, it's Jennifer from the blog The Everyday Farmhouse. Today we're going to be making these beautiful beeswax taper candles. I have an older tutorial that you learn to hand dip the taper candles. This one's much simpler. The results are a little bit different. These are beeswax sheets that you roll. It's very easy. You could make a whole set of these candles in about an hour. All you'll need are these beeswax sheets. You can buy a kit like this on Amazon. It comes with 8x8 sheets that produce this size of candle, or you could even cut it in half and make shorter candles. So I'm going to take you step by step through the process, and we're going to start right now. Okay, to get started, you've got this 8x8 sheet. They do come in various sizes. This one came in 8x8, which I think is just about perfect for a long taper candle. You're going to cut your wick about 1/2 inch longer than that sheet. Then you take a hairdryer and you're just going to kind of soften the edge of it. So like I said, it's 8x8. I think that makes a nice size taper candle. The other thing you can do is make shorter ones. I did some of those too, where I made it 4 inches, where I just stuck the wick out 1/2 inch on each side, and then I just cut it down the middle once I was done rolling it, and that worked out fine too. So this is rolled into like sheets that look kind of like the cells of a hive. They're much smaller. But what you do is you roll up that first little row of cells, and then you lay your wick on there. And since you've heated it, it'll stick really nicely to the beeswax. So just kind of run your finger along there, and then you're going to start rolling from there. So you're going to take that little lip that you folded over, and you're going to start rolling that over the wick. Now you want to kind of keep it, you're rolling tight and a little bit firm, but you don't want to handle it so much that you lose the pretty design on these sheets. You want to keep that the look of the beeswax, or of the cells of like what's supposed to look like a hive. So you're just going to gently roll and keep it, nice and firm, and just start rolling, trying to keep it the same on each end. You can kind of work with it a little bit to straighten it out as you go, but you're just going to do your best. Now, depending on the size of your candle holder, one sheet might not be enough. You might need a 1/2 sheet. So for these, for them to sit nicely in my candle holder, I needed a 1.5 sheets, and I'll show you when we get to that point how to connect the 2 sheets. It's really simple. But as you go, you're just going to keep heating it as you need to. You'll know if it starts to feel rigid and brittle that you need to run the hairdryer over it, just on low setting again. And you're just going to continue to roll this as you go. Okay, so I measured ahead of time, and I could see that this candle was not going to be quite thick enough for my candle holder. So these sheets cut really easily. You could use like a rotary cutter. I'm just using kitchen scissors here, and I'm just cutting it in half. It's easy to cut a pretty straight line because of the little cells that are printed on there. So I'm going to show you up close how I did this. I just kind of lined up to each row of cells, and I used a hairdryer to heat it up, and then just kind of pressed and rolled it together like this. So now here at the end, once you've got it all formed together, you're gonna want to seal that seam there. So you just add a little bit of heat, of course, to get it pliable, and you can straighten it out. You want your end to not look like it's rolled anymore, so you just kind of form that with your hand. You can kind of roll it on the bottom of the table to form it. And then the top, I wanted it to look, not just flat on the top. And so I just heat that with the hairdryer as well, and just start forming that into a bit of a point with my hands as well. So just heat that up, and then just shape it with your fingers. And you can make it however you like. And while you do that, it is going to kind of smash out that the print that's on there, the little cells, but I think it's fine. You're going to burn it right away anyway. It still looks pretty wrapped up for a gift. And that's all there is to it. These are really so quick to make, and you can make it whatever size you want. You could even make these into like fat little pillar candles if you put a few sheets together, if that's what you wanted. I liked them as a taper candle. The color is almost a little bit golden, and they just look really elegant, I think, very pretty and unique, and would just make a really lovely gift. So I hope you enjoy this quick tutorial, and I hope you love making these. Have a great day.